Great match.
It does indeed. Both Safarova and Pennetta, huge hitters of the ball. We'll see some pounding ground strokes out there. And even though Martina Hingis has been the biggest story here, really, Safarova is also a fantastic story because she's just emerging as a force in the women's game. Broke into the top 50 in November, and this is her fourth tour final in only just 1 year on the tour. Lucie's a lovely character. She's just enjoying every moment of her success here at the Gold Coast, meeting some of the locals. And it's great to see her just achieving so much so quickly. We've seen people at the Gold Coast coming through, using it as a launching pad in their careers, and that's definitely the case with Lucie Safarova.
And today's weather, just 25 degrees at the moment. We're expecting a high of 27. There are some showers forecast, but that won't affect play because we've got a cover over the centre court. Both players are preparing for their match. It could be, in many ways, the biggest match of their young careers. The women's singles, it's a full house again today. Many full houses through the week, largely due to the comeback of Martina Hingis, which ended yesterday in a semi-final loss to Flavia Pennetta, who is at 23 years of age, also ranked 23, just shy of $1 million. That'll probably change by the end of this week. She has 3 career titles. She won in Bogota, Acapulco last year, semi-finals in Modena, Palermo, quarterfinals at the Gold Coast, Toronto, Bali, Filderstadt on grass, and in Zurich. And she has been most impressive, coming through, only losing a set to Golovin in the quarterfinals. And yesterday, very slow start against Martina Hingis, lost the first set 6-1. She was also trailing 6-5 with Martina serving for the match. So very, very good under pressure, and came back to win in 3 sets.
Yeah, she was nervous in that first set yesterday against Hingis, but when she settled down, we just saw how she could play and why she has risen to number 23 in the world. And here's a look at Lucie Safarova. She's only 18, only been on the tour since this time last year when she played her first main draw match in Auckland. And boy, oh boy, hasn't she done well. 2 titles last year, Estoril and Forest Hills, and also a final in Hertogenbosch. Then looking through at her road to the final, great win against Ai Sugiyama in the first round. She's number 29 in the world. Then a tough 3-setter against Slovakia's Gajdzova, and then the big win against Patty Schneider, and the semi-final as well. So great work from Safarova.
The umpire for today's final is John Blom from Australia.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the players engaged in the final here, the Australian Women's Hardcourts by Mondial assistance. Lucie Safarova has won 2 titles already on the Sony Ericsson WTA Tour. Both victories coming in 2005 at Estoril in Spain and at the Forest Hills tournament in the United States. And also, she was a finalist at Hertogenbosch in the Netherlands. Also last year, she made her Grand Slam debut with appearances in the main draw at Roland Garros at the French Championship, at the All England Championship at Wimbledon and the US Open. From the Czech Republic and the northern end of centre court here at Royal Pines, let's welcome Lucie Safarova. Last year, Flavia Pennetta won the Bogota and Acapulco singles titles on the Sony Ericsson WTA Tour. She was also a semi-finalist at tournaments in Modena and Palermo. She made her Grand Slam debut in 2003 at the Australian Open Championship at Melbourne Park, and last year went through to the 4th round of the All England Championship at Wimbledon. She's now won 3 tournaments during her career on the Sony Ericsson WTA Tour. She is the 4th seed here on the Gold Coast in 2006. From Italy, let's welcome Flavia Pennetta. Singles final here on the Gold Coast of this magnificent Royal Pines layout is from Sydney, Mr. John Blom.
On-court introductions have just been completed by Craig Willis.
1 minute.
The players just taking their final serves down to the last minute before action commences in this final. And it's a great moment for these 2 young players. Lucie, just 18 years of age, just 1 year on the circuit. And both are making great strides in their respective careers, and they're typical of the young players that are emerging and pushing the very top players. They're very fit, they're very strong, they're tall, athletic, and play very aggressive and intense tennis.
Yeah, I think that aggression is the key, just the way the young players of today, like Safarova particularly, go after the ball. There's no pushing the ball back. Not a lot of defensive play happens. Pennetta too, she's extremely aggressive, positive with the ground strokes.
I think that's one of the big changes that Martina Hingis is aware of, and she had spoken about that she would need to play better than she did when she was prior to her retirement, and that there's a lot of players out hitting the ball very hard, and that's exactly what happened yesterday against Flavia, who was so solid from the back of the court once she settled after the first set.
Yeah, I think it was a settling time. Playing Martina Hingis was a big thing for her, and also just Martina unsettled her with the type of game that she played, and I must say it was good to see, a joy to watch Hingis out there against Flavia yesterday, because we saw a lot of that mixing up of the game. Flavia had a long day on court yesterday. She had to play Martina Hingis, and if that wasn't enough, then had to play a semi-final of the doubles as well last night. Got off court at 7 p.m, lost at 7-6 in the third, that semi-final. So she had a very big day yesterday. Thrilled about the singles, not so pleased about the doubles. Both experienced in finals though.
First set, Lucie Safarova. Love 50.
Always interesting when two players haven't met before. These two would know a bit about each other. Their coaches would have done some scouting. They would have tried to have a look at each other as well as they progress throughout the tournament. It's still a period of just sorting things out, seeing how their opponent plays.
Love 30.
That is typical of early match tension, just a little bit tentative from the back of the court into the top of the net. There's the other factor, Lucie being left-handed, with that swinging left-handed serve going away to the backhand side against the two-handed Pennetta backhand.
Well, that time, serve there from Safarova, going out wide to the forehand and opening the court up for her.
There's that enormous power
15-40.
from the back of the court. It was quite stunning yesterday in the semi-final. 2 break points, opening go. And on the first break opportunity, Pennetta affects the break, leads 1 love.
First game.
And that backhand really is a weapon. The second last point, the winner coming across court, and then for the break, ripping it down the line. And that's a great advantage to be able to go down the line and across court with an equal amount of aggression.
And that's another thing that has changed in the last 10 years in women's tennis. Players have that in their arsenal regularly. The way Pennetta hit that, she's got choices, sets things up beautifully. I think a little bit of a nervous start there from Safarova. See if she can settle down.
Love it.
And there's the power on the Safarova forehand. Yesterday against Dinara Safina, she returned exceptionally well. It was one of the best parts of her game.
Well, particularly off her two-fisted backhand, where she was able to take Safina's serve so early. Like that.
Love 30.
All taken away before the top of the bounce, inside the baseline, a weight going forward. The ball's back at the server before there's really time to regain composure.
Love.
There's a taste of what we're going to see in this match. Just extraordinary hitting from the back of the court. And Safarova really unleashing on this last one on the run and just controls it beautifully down the line. It's over the top of the forehand.
You can see in that exchange that Lucie tends to stand up closer to the baseline, looking to take the ball early. 2 games, 2 breaks, 1 all.
Oh, she played a beautiful point
Love 50.
to that last shot. Just trying to get over the top of it. What happened?
I think she did everything but win the point, and maybe Lucie had turned off a little bit, thinking she'd done enough to win the point.
Saw in that point just how she thinks well out there, using the angles.
Ah! 15.
Safarova really takes her time between the points. Doesn't overdo it. Just see her thinking about what she's going to do next. Very composed. Mature for an 18-year-old.
Both players have birthdays in February, so they're not far off being 19 and 24. Left-handed serve moving around. It was deep. It's hard for players who play against left-handers.
Well, Pennetta setting this up beautifully. Safarova could only get a defensive shot in there. Pennetta moving forward, deadly on the short ball.
Cheers.
I wonder how all that time on court yesterday affected Pennetta, playing the singles and then finishing the doubles just before 7 p.m. last night. Went into the doubles playing awfully sharply, but by the end of it was tiring a little.
Flavia during the singles match was certainly wearing better than Martina. We weren't sure how much was injured, her slowing up in the third set, and how much was fatigued. Martina seemed to be getting the worst of it, and Flavia just in beautiful condition, very, very fit. Lucie holds on and leads 2-1 in the first set. Court, it keeps the breeze coming through, but protects from the sunlight and from rain. Royal Pines, one of the few places in Australia that has such an affair. Beautiful resort, golf courses, swimming pools. Great tennis event.
A superb venue for tennis. Great for the fans. It's intimate. They're very close.
Love 50. Love 30.
Well, winning tournaments is a very difficult thing, and lots of things can go wrong. And the question is,
15-30.
has Flavia's road to this final been a bit too much of a load, particularly all the time that she spent on court yesterday? Just a step slow to a few balls already this match.
I guess that was my only reservation, whether she would pull up all right. The win over Hingis too, emotionally, it's a big thing to beat someone like that, and she has had a huge week, beating Tatiana Golovin. And then Hingis. It was Golovin who beat Pennetta at the quarterfinal stages here last year, so she got revenge on the French woman and then went on to beat Hingis.
30-40.
Not only just the emotional thing of beating Martina and getting through to the final, but that doubles. The fact that Pennetta and her partner Medina Garrigues lost that 7-6 in the third after having a match point just takes the edge off you a little bit. But she is an experienced enough player at 23, been there, done that, to recover.
Game Safarova.
Concedes the break.
Safarova leads 3-1.
A double fault. But Flavia was on the court until about 7:30, and so you think about...
well, 6:30 would have got away from here about 7:30. Right. So a long day at the office. She's going to have a massage, relax, just try and think about today, but you just got to think she may be a little jaded. Got to find a way to get out of that.
Great move by Lucie.
15.
Serve doing the damage, the two-fisted down the line, moving to the net very quickly, but not closing out here. He really should have been taken in the air and just volleyed into the open court. So easy to make the right decision when you're sitting off the court and you don't have to deal with it at the moment. You've got a few more seconds to think about it and reflect. We haven't lost a match for years off the court here.
Well placed serve, plenty of pace on it too.
Interesting how often Lucie is going with the switch-up serve, particularly the first court, going out to the forehand, whereas her favourite serve is the slider going wide to the backhand.
Oh, she knows Pennetta will be looking for it. He's trying to surprise her. Oh, just missed. Good work from Safarova getting in there, but not that convincing with the volleys. Didn't quite do enough with them. But again, that element of unsettling her opponent by coming into the net, showing she's willing to come forward and attack.
Safarova forcing her way to the net and leading in the final 4-1.
Safarova.
In singles, Florent Serra of France against Dominic Herbati. And that match will be followed by Thomas Berdych and Xavier Melis of Belgium. A couple of good matches.
There's that double-fisted backhand you were talking about, J8. Absolutely lethal. She pounces on this serve. See how far inside the court Safarova is. A good couple of steps. And Thomas Berdych in that second semi-final over in Adelaide, also from the Czech Republic. I believe he and Lucie Safarova go out.
You've got all the goss, haven't you?
That's just great. They're both doing so well, probably following each other's progress.
Get a lot of text messages and phone bills, I'm sure.
Oh, she's just continuing on where she left off yesterday against Safina. Just determined to punish the returns. Good serve there from Pennetta. It's a lot of pressure on the server when you're returning like this. Really got to come up with something special.
Game, Safarova.
Drawn to the net.
Safarova leads by 5 games to 1.
And a very clever last shot there from Lucie, also taking the pace off it.
Gabriel Opie there on the right in the dark blue, former Spanish champion player.
Now coaching Flavia. So I'm having his double, or was it triple black espresso this morning?
Moving around.
He's got lovely footwork, Pennetta, positions well that time. Just really had to rotate the shoulders. Lovely flowing forehand.
And the break back point for Flavia, whose forehand was really tested by Martina Hingis in the semi-final yesterday. It's as if Martina believed there was a weakness there, but it certainly didn't show. There's one of the breakbacks. Argentina still leads 5-2. Safarova. Safina leading.
No, she beat her yesterday.
That's right.
Marat's little sister.
Well,
not so little actually. Dinara Safina.
Wonderful player too.
Oh, she is.
In fact, plays very much like Marat. Big serve, great forehand and backhand.
Through to the doubles final here with Megan Shaughnessy.
15-30.
Again, that damaging two-fister from Lucie taken on the rise while the energy's still on the ball before the baseline moving forward. And Flavia being rushed. And maybe just a little flustered that first serve, just a metre or so inside the baseline.
Yes, flustered and a bit frustrated, but Pennetta regrouping in that point.
It's an interesting little turn in this first set. Maybe Lucie, just 18 years of age, tensing up at the prospect of winning the first set of this final.
Game. Pennetta. Safarova leads 5-3.
Now has lost a good portion of her lead, had led 5-1 and had 5-3. Now is her last chance to serve out this first set.
Love 50.
A terrific serve, swinging it out wide.
Well, just at a time when Flavia really didn't want to make an unforced error, just pressed a little bit. And the result is 2 set points for Lucie. Safarova wins the first set, 6-3.
Time.
So first set just taking 31 minutes, and the 18-year-old from the Czech Republic leading the match 1-0, 6-3. Flavia Pennetta serving first game of the second set.
59.
I had a lot of time, prepared beautifully for it, perhaps too much time to think about it and what she was going to do with it.
Beautiful combination of shots, the driving forehand to the backhand corner, drawing the short ball.
39.
And Flavia then capitalising on this strength, moving in quickly, taking the ball well inside the baseline, rifling it across court. Beautiful combination of stroke.
49. First game, second set.
Very determined start to the second set for Flavia.
Oh, just what Pennetta needed, because the first set really was all Safarova with those fantastic returns.
And Gabrielle a little bit more comfortable with that. And having lost the first set yesterday against Martina 6-1 and being down in the second set, she did fight back very well yesterday.
She did. She never gives up. She's tenacious out there. And I do think that her game got better and better as that match went on, whereas Martina faltered, had a left hip flexor injury, she said, that came on late in that second set and certainly didn't move as well, Martina Hingis, in that third set, whereas Pennetta got better and better.
First.
A little alliteration there. And the commitment to continue to go for her shots, certainly evidenced by this forehand, ripping it down the line from beyond the baseline, affecting the winner.
Oh. 15-all. $15-30.
A little bit of tension interfering with Lucie's game now, just not hitting as freely, as rhythmically through that backhand, snatching at that one. Error coming.
Pennetta just went back, thumped a fist on the backboard. Plenty of emotions out there from her. continues the effective play for Safarova. Just opens up the court for her. That is one of her wonderful shots. Just able to flatten out the forehand down the line. Great pace on it.
Again, that left-handed swinging serve.
Advantage, Safarova.
Forcing Flavia to go one-handed with the return.
It's a terrific effort from Lucie. She was breakpoint down in that game, able to fight back. I like the way she's shaking out those legs. It's sore.
Temperature's rising. It's gone from 25 at the beginning of the match to 26 degrees, 75% humidity, and that is what is so noticeable here. Well, Pines, it's a little bit inland from the coast.
15.
Well, great point from Safarova. Again, moving forward when she's got the chance. It's been great to see. Not necessarily all that comfortable at the net, but certainly trying to get in there, put the pressure on her opponent.
Beautiful forehand, a full stretch. The shoulder height just from beyond the baseline, another winner, generating enormous pace. Really something that Flavia can't afford at this stage. Having lost the first set, 1-all in the second set, now with the double fault down break point.
Just.
It didn't work for her, but still Safarova inside the court, trying to go after that backhand return. Doing all the right things.
Big second serve. The ball was up at shoulder height or more. Flavia having to play a lot of second balls.
Advantage, Safarova.
Break point again for the 18-year-old to go up the break in the second set, having won the first set.
Lovely watching Pennetta on those short balls. She really does flow through them, gets herself moving forward into the court. If she's going to come back, she's going to be in at the net. Most times they don't come back, though. She hits an outright winner off those short balls.
Pressing that one down the line and following it in again.
Advantage, Pennetta.
It really is a pattern of the leading women these days to capitalise on any short ball, three-quarter court, half court, play aggressive shots and move in. Not a lot of serve volleyers, but a lot of players who play an all-court game, hit the ball for what it's worth and then move appropriately.
Finding the line. It's wrong footing Pennetta there. Did not know which way to go and picked the wrong way.
It's really becoming a crunch game, I think, Karen. But Flavia has to hang on to this game and stop the flow against it.
You can feel that one coming on, unfortunately. It's double fault number 5 for Pennetta, and they are really hurting her cause.
Her overall percentage of first serves is 59%. At the beginning of this game, it was at 62%, so not too many first balls hitting the mark this game. And again, the first serve misses.
I think the longer the game goes on, the more important it becomes.
Well, the more investment each player has in it. There's that physical investment and that emotional investment at this point. A lot of disappointment for Lucie if she isn't able to secure this break now. There's a little trend towards the end of the first set when Lucie allowed the lead to slip away. Beautifully measured and placed forehand. Just centimetres inside the line on a cross court, a fine angle. Flavia wonderfully composed at this critical time of the match. And holds and leads 2-1 in the second set.
Pennetta leads 2-1.
It's had a great year in 2005. Very serious young man, Dominic. I had dinner with him during the US Open and we talked of his gratitude to his father and his parents for all that they had done and the pride that he has in being able to assist them and the pleasure he gets out of them coming and watching his matches. Very humble, very nice person.
Third. 40.
Well, Safarova going very well in this service game. That's always nice when you've made your opponent really struggle to hold serve in the previous game.
Game, Safarova.
Excellent serving from Safarova.
2 games.
What a week for her it's been here. Sugiyama, ranked 29 in the world. Paddy Schneider, number 7 in the world, and that's her best win yet.
And defending champion.
That's right. And then, of course, Dinara Safina, ranked number 20 in the world yesterday. Her ranking was 165 this time last year, playing her first tour event, and 47 coming into this. Getting through to the final, she'll go to 38, and if she wins, up to 35.
Beautiful move again
30.
from Pennetta. It's one of the great moves. And that three-quarter court backhand takes it early, well before the top of the bounce, can go down the line or across court, and inevitably follows it in.
She really gets her body weight moving in after that ball. Didn't like the call on that.
Looks like it's out.
John Blom, it looks like it's out.
Yeah.
30-50.
Didn't sound quite like a professional opinion, did it? From over here, I thought it looked like it might have been out. All faults are mounting. I see 5 already. Only 1 for Lucie. And that a very wild first serve.
Pennetta having to do a lot of work out there. Safarova really is pushing her into the corners. A lot of pressure on the serve just by the way she's returned throughout this match.
That's Italian. Just tensing up on the break point. And that's probably the wildest forehand I've seen Flavia hit over the last couple of days. It was just halfway up the net, and I think that's an indicator of tiredness. Break point.
Ace number 3.
Always an
be a
excellent,
weapon for it.
excellent tactic on a break point. Come on with the ace.
Excellent tactic any time, an ace.
Rhythm lost on that second serve. Poor contact and just halfway up the net. Break point again.
Juice.
Another unforced error on the break point off a moderately easy second ball. And Flavia Pennetta hanging on in this second set.
It's Lucie's coach, Yaroslav Bulant, I've been told. They're only sitting one person apart, Gabrielle Earpy and...
quite friendly.
Advantage Safarova.
That shot of Safarova's right on the baseline. Great depth. There's Pannetta's coach, Earpy.
Tension again spoiling the chances of the break. Wrapping that ball all around the frame for moderately easy second ball.
First.
Beautifully structured point.
Once again, Safarova finding the baseline, really terrific depth. That one there, and she gets the short ball and can follow in. Does enough with the volley. It's the winner. Can she do it this time?
Lucie affects the break, leads 3-2 in the second set.
Time.
So spectators of the full house here at Royal Pines just stretching their legs. It's rather humid, shaded from the sun. And this sail that covers normally 2 tennis courts here, but, with the match set up 1 court and the grandstand. Lucie leading a set and 3-2 with the break. And when you look at all that a young player is playing for and all the work that's gone into this effort, the off-season training and practicing, and the opportunity to improve the ranking, the prize money, and having the confidence of going into Sydney and then the first of the Grand Slams, you can understand the tension that it becomes rather difficult to deal with. Since a very young age, both players have come up through the aged events and have learnt incrementally to deal with this type of tension.
So Lucie yesterday was saying she really enjoys the atmosphere of finals, and having made it through to the championship match, thrives on that feeling, that special occasion and the pressure.
And the free flowers.
Free flowers and having your bag carried out on court too. I really don't like the way Pennetta is stretching out. I've seen her in the last couple of games wincing as she's bent her back and her legs. I think she's just feeling a little sore. Not happy about something over there in the coach's box.
Trying to stay brave and maybe just going a little bit too much under the circumstance.
Well, good point from Pennetta, just staying in it. That last ball here, more straight at Safarova's body, not giving her the angle, and couldn't get out of the way really. Jammed her up. Lovely shot from Pennetta, just putting a little more topspin on it. Very deep, really rising up quickly with that topspin onto Safarova.
She's a great competitor. Must have been a little bit disappointed to have been broken in the previous game. Down 3-2, a break, a set, 40 love. 3 straight points back to deuce. It's one of the great lessons that tennis teaches you, that you're never out of it. If you keep trying, keep fighting, you don't know what might happen.
Safarova.
Safarova hangs on after going back to deuce. That final backhand of Pennetta just missing the sideline. 4-2.
A lot of frustration for Pennetta out there. Seeing glimpses from her with some aces, but too many double faults, and they're not staying in the points long enough. That's so tough. Lucie Safarova can flatten out those ground strokes. Really come over the top, both forehand and backhand side, down the lines. Bit extra sting on that serve. Oh, she has to win this game, Pennetta.
Flavia is just hanging on. She clenches her fist and punches the air after this point. Holds on to serve and stays in sight, trailing 4-3 in the second set. Lucie Safarova serving. 7-4-3.
Love 50.
Look at an error like that, and they were very rare yesterday. And with the lead and getting close to what could be the concluding stages of the match, you just wonder whether that's not tension affected.
That was just a great job from Safarova. Served and follows up off the ground to make her way into the net. We've seen her take the opportunities whenever she's been given them to get forward, play the volleys.
It was just a beautiful volley, the way she took the pace off the ball.
That beautiful backhand moving forward. I just love the way Pennetta dispatches those half-court balls. Here, body weight moving forward beautifully through the shot. Gives her that extra power on it.
Mature tennis for the 18-year-old.
We were talking about tension at the start of that game, and Lucie Safarova really showed us that she was going to play her game there, keep up the way she's been going. And that last point there, courageous move, seeing the ball in the air. She wanted to finish it off.
Love 50. 15. Extra goes with first.
Interesting call, and a correct call. And Lucie asking why
Replay the whole point from the beginning.
is it 2 balls when the incorrect call was made on the second ball. That is a correct call because the ball was actually incorrectly called out. So the ball's on play. So it's the first ball in or the 31st of the rally. Replay the entire point.
15, 30.
Now just 2 points from the championship. Big moment in this young player's career. And a great way to start 2006. One of the great characteristics is that Lucie, when she is getting tense, she doesn't contract. If anything, she goes for too much. Probably better to err on the side of the brave. Of course, fortune favours the brave, but not the overly brave. Flamboyant, that one.
She's gone for her returns throughout the match. That's her style of play. So she's not going to stop now. She's so frustrated with those forehands, finding the net on a number of occasions. I do really think it's just a bit of fatigue from Pennetta, accumulation of yesterday's tennis, leaving her slightly jaded out there today, not as sharp as she'd like to be. Of course, her opponent hasn't really allowed her to be too sharp on so many occasions. Safarova playing very well.
Advantage.
Very deep second serve.
Hangs on, it's 5-4. And Lucie will serve for the championship after the break.
Time.
Big moment for Lucie Safarova, just 18 years of age, serving for this championship against the number 4 seed. Ranked considerably higher. She's made a habit of it this week, beating players ranked much higher than her. Flavia can't believe it. Lucie caught half court,
15.
pushed the ball just around mid-court. It was an easy forehand for Flavia to play down the line. She's missed it by a mile.
Oh, she can't believe it. She did all the hard work, didn't she? Comes to naught. It's the way Lucie prepares for that serve. There's something reminiscent of Daniela Hantukova The way she bounces the ball, prepares, does a little bounce. Something Daniela always does before her serve. Wow, in charge.
Three championship points. And on the first championship point, the 18-year-old from the Czech Republic, Lucie Safarova, has won
Lucie Safarova of the Czech Republic.
Mondial Australian Women's Hardcourt Championships at just 18 years of
Now, folks,
age.
just to let you know what we're going to do, we're just going to have
And just a
short
wonderful
presentation.
performance, a
The
straight set winner over the fourth seed,
Australia.
and a great way to start the year 2006.
Men's Hardcourts Championships at Memorial Drive. So we're going to do a presentation here on centre court for the 7 Network, and then we'll do another presentation for all of us here at Hardcourts. So just bear with us, and that will take place in a few minutes' time.
Welcome back, and here are the Bunnings match highlights.
And Lucie Safarova really took charge from the outset in this match, showing a willingness to come forward and attack, and the forehand really doing great things for her today. That forehand down the line, one of her money shots. Frustration for Pennetta, because for everything, Safarova seemed to have an answer. She was very cool under pressure, and indeed, I thought very composed on her way to victory.
Yes, there it was. Straight set, 6-3, 6-4. A big factor in the match was the amount of time that Flavia had spent on court yesterday, possibly not at her absolute peak. But a well-earned win for Lucie. And let's have a look at the match statistics. And Karen, I don't know about you, I think one of the major statistics, look at this, the number of forehand winners.
Yes, the forehand of Safarova really did a great job for her today. Too many double faults from Pennetta, but really Safarova, the returns early in that match, really setting it up for her beautifully. Third title of her blossoming career.
And now down to the centre court, and Craig Willis for the prize giving.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think you'll agree we've had a wonderful week of tennis here at this magnificent Royal Pines layout at the Australian Women's Hardcourt Championships of 2006, brought to you by Mondial Assistance. And let's congratulate these two wonderful players on the final here today on centre court. Well done to Lucie and to Flavia. We're joined this afternoon on centre court for our presentation by the Acting Premier of Queensland, Anna Bligh, Peter Edwards, the Managing Director of Mondial Assistance, our naming rights sponsor, Des Power, Chairman of Queensland Events Corporation, Jeffrey Brown, General Manager of Royal Pines Resource, Susan Radcliffe, the General Manager of Special Events here, Jeff Pollard, the President of Tennis Australia, Ashley Cooper, the President of Tennis Queensland, and Bruce Grinter, the Brand Manager for Tag Heuer Australia, and of course our Tournament Director, Liz Smiley. I'm going to ask Anna Bligh. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. I'm going to invite Anna Bligh as the Acting Premier of Queensland and Mr Peter Edwards, the Managing Director of Mondial Assistance, to present the runners-up trophy and cheque to Flavia Pennetta from Italy. Well done, Flavia, on making it through to the final. Well, I think we're seeing a new star on the horizon in world tennis. What a wonderful week she's had. to our champion from the Czech Republic, Lucie Safarova.
Hello. So it's been an amazing week for me, and I'm very happy that I had the opportunity to play such a great tournament. And for that, I would like to thank to Mondial assistants, to Queensland event, and of course to the Sony Ericsson. And thanks to all people that they came to watch, because without them it wouldn't be so great. And I'm very happy to be here, and I hope next year I will come and play a good tennis also. Thank you.